Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at GCNlive.com.
Good morning, greetings friends, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and health and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body. You are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That's why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 28 years of practicing pharmacy, I've seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like acne, psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human body is a healing system, a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that healing and renewing and regenerating system a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we are here for you. 844-236-6010 is our number on The Bright Side, 844-236-6010. If you have questions about prescription medication, want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, or if you just have a success story or want to comment on the conversation, 844-236-6010 is our number. We welcome your phone calls on The Bright Side. We'll take your calls in our second segment. We've got a special guest coming up at the bottom of the hour, Dr. Eleazar Kadili, who's written a book called Stop Dying Fat. He's going to tell us why being fat is not our fault. I can't wait to hear what he has to say about that. And that'll be in the bottom of the hour. We'll take your calls here in our second segment, 844-236-6010. If you're interested in purchasing any of the longevity products you hear advertised or recommended on the program, please call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470, or head over to brightsideben.com, and you can purchase products right off the website at brightsideben.com. Also, pharmacistben.com, my blog, which is set up by my webmaster, Robert Lundgren, who does such a good job at that. We update that regularly with news stories and blog posts. If you haven't checked it out, pharmacistben.com. You can order longevity products right off the site, or you can sign up to join the Brightside Ben team right off the site, pharmacistben.com or brightsideben.com. And now, criticalhealthnews.com. Of course, you can also call the phone team at 866-735-2470. Okay, we'll get your calls here in our next segment. Just got lots more to say here about short-chain fatty acids. We're going to talk a little bit about skin here in a couple of days, tomorrow maybe, or the next day, and then we'll continue talking about nitrates. Got so much to talk about here. I want to tell you about a really neat short-chain fatty acid that we talk about all the time, but we never talk about it as a short-chain fatty acid, and we'll be doing that in the next few days. So anyway, a few more things here about butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid that's found in butter. Super calming, super relaxing, super satisfying. Speaking of weight problems and obesity, butyrate, the short-chain fatty acid that is upregulated, increased by bacteria and fiber, and also by eating butter. Bacteria, probiotics that is, from fermented foods or probiotic supplements like the Biolumin Nightly Essence, combined with fiber from vegetables equals more butyrate, more short-chain fatty acids, and that means more appetite suppression, and that means weight loss. I don't know if Dr. Kadili will be talking about that, but that's an important way to lose weight. Eating more fiber, making sure you're getting your probiotics, and eating butyrate or butter short-chain fatty acids. Yesterday we talked about a little weight loss Vitamix smoothie you can make. Not really a smoothie, I guess you'd say veggie juice, by mixing watery veggies, especially celery, cucumber, pepper, even lettuce, and then throwing a little bit of beet into a Vitamix or a high-powered blender where you get the fiber. It makes a wonderful, filling, nitrate-rich, fiber-rich, and short-chain fatty acid-inducing beverage or drink. Super filling, and if you put salt and spices in there, really, really tasty. I like to throw a little onion in myself and a little garlic, too. Makes it real tasty. Fasting, calming, anti-aging, quieting down the immune system. These are all benefits that you get from butyric acid or butyrate. So if you're fasting, use butyrate-inducing supplements like fiber and probiotics. I guess if you're fasting, it might be hard to get some fiber. I like to grind seeds up and put them in a coffee grinder and then put them in a smoothie. You could even if you are fasting, you can do a little fiber. Put maybe a quarter teaspoonful of flaxseed, ground up flax seeds or ground up almonds or ground up whatever your favorite seeds or nuts are, and then mix them in with a little water and drink it down. It'll make a great way to fill yourself up if you're fasting, and also a great way to support your short-chain fatty acid, SCFA, production in the gut. Short-chain fatty acids also are a raw material or a building block for something called ketones. And we've talked about ketones in the past in terms of the ketogenic diet. All your short-chain fatty acids will produce ketones. Short-chain fatty acids. There's three main short-chain fatty acids. We've been talking about butyric acid or butyrate, but there's two other ones. We'll talk about that here in a second. The ketogenic diet, we've talked about that a lot on this program. Ketones are a type of chemical that's made from short-chain fatty acids, and the ketogenic diet is a diet that is high or allows you to produce ketones. It's a ketone-building diet. Ketogenic means ketone building or ketone making. Ketones are special chemicals that have tremendous, tremendous health benefits. In fact, the ketogenic diet is the real anti-aging, pro-health, anti-cancer, youth-promoting, weight loss, and bodybuilding and strength-promoting diet. You hear a lot about the paleo diet, but it's not really the paleo diet that gets you all of the benefits, all the wonderful diet benefits that we talk about on this program, including weight loss and satisfaction or satiety and energy. It's the ketogenic diet that you want to focus on. Paleo has become kind of a cliche, a marketing cliche. The diet that we talk about here on the bright side it's not the paleo diet, it's the ketogenic diet. Or I like to call it the bright side diet. It's a protein, fat diet with carbohydrates, but the right kind of carbohydrates. I don't like the term high protein or low carbohydrate. I like correct protein and correct carbohydrate. Making sure you're getting the correct amount of protein is a lot more protein than most people think. And making sure you're getting the correct amount of fat is a lot more fat than most people think. Of course, it has to be the right kind of fat, and it has to be the right kind of protein. The right kind of fat meaning butter fat, natural fats, not processed fats, fats that are found in butter or avocado. Coconut oil, of course, is a wonderful fat. And then the right kind of protein, whey protein, egg protein, fish protein, animal protein. If you're not a vegetarian, animal protein has got wonderful growth-inducing factors in addition to building amino acids. If you are a vegetarian, you're going to be relegated to getting your protein from beans or from seeds. Not necessarily a bad thing, but you're not going to get the growth factors. And when it comes to carbohydrates, vegetable carbohydrates, veggies. The whole low-carb thing misunderstands the importance or doesn't understand the importance of carbohydrates. It's the processed carbohydrates and the grain carbohydrates that are, in my opinion, that are causing all the problems. Carbs are important, very important, but it's the type of carb that we need to be eating. The type of carb that you get in the ketogenic bright side diet are veggie carbs, not the grain carbs, and not even the seed carbs, unless you're sprouting your seeds. Seeds have their own problems, and the ketogenic diet is not the paleo diet. The paleo diet used to mean something back when Lauren Cordain, the Colorado State University professor, came up with the concept in the late 1980s. That's when I started. I think it was like the early 1990s maybe is when I started reading about the so-called paleo diet that is based on Paleolithic caveman ancestors. Dr. Lauren Cordain noticed that our paleo ancestors were eating a whole different diet, and they didn't have the same kind of sicknesses that we have, and thus was born the so-called paleo diet. But these days, the paleo diet has become some silly mass marketing term that food processors use, even so-called healthy food processors. People climbing mountains, eating power bars. Somehow or another, power bars are part of the paleo diet. I don't know how that ever came to be. Our caveman ancestors didn't eat power bars. Coconut date rolls are on the paleo diet, and pork rinds and trail mix and raisin nut clusters and fruit salads. These are all paleo-acceptable foods. Check out paleofoodmall.com, and you'll see all the ridiculous foods that are allowed on the so-called paleo diet. But the ketogenic diet, now that's a whole nother ballgame. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. We're coming back at you with more good health information right after this on the bright side. Don't go away.
So you've been listening to Pharmacist Ben and Dr. Wallach for a long time now, and you're wondering if longevity really works. Hi, my name is Adam. I'm an employee at GCN, and I've been using longevity products for over 2 years now. Call me today to hear my story at 612-695-5982. You too can lose weight, experience increased energy, and feel better about yourself and the future of your family. Call today, 612-695-5982. That's 612-695-5982.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit, then carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Hi, Ted Anderson. I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Mike Stenerson for Midas Resources. At no time in history have precious metals been more important, certainly not in my 22 years in the industry. The dollar has lost over 90% of its value in the last 60 years. No fiat currency has ever survived the government printing presses. Ours is not immune. The time is now to be proactive. 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Anything tied to the dollar is at risk. CDs, annuities, 401ks, IRAs, stocks, bonds, you name it, so decide. Do you want to leave a legacy of wealth or debt for your family? The choice is yours. Call me at 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Be proactive, not reactive. Call 1-800-686-2237, extension 116.
The freeze-dry guy, leader in the preparedness industry for 44 years, is closing his California warehouse. Don't miss out on this huge warehouse sale and receive discounts from 30 to 40% off on the finest Mountain House and Packaway brand freeze-dried and dehydrated foods for long-term food storage or even everyday use. Plus deep discounts on all in-stock survival gear. The Freeze-Dry Guy is offering a wide selection of freeze-dried foods in number 10 cans and even individually packaged entrees. Remember, meats, vegetables, fruits, and long-range patrol rations are the main components for any long-term food storage. This is limited to stock on hand, so hurry and call 866-404-3663 or 530-798-4414. Remember, as always, free shipping to the lower 48 states. So hurry up and call 866-404-3663 or 530-798-4414. Remember, this is limited to stock on hand. The Freeze-Dry Guy is your choice for survival food in an uncertain world.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.
Not just an alternative to the mainstream media. We're the premier independent talk radio network. We are GCN.
All right, we're back on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for joining us. We're on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central Time, 24/7 on our archive page, or archive pages at brightsideben.com, and also our archive page at benfuchsarchives.com. Thank you to Peter in the UK for setting that up. If you miss a program, If you miss a program, you can always review all the shows. 4 years worth of programs are all archived at brightsideben.com and at on benfuchsarchives.com. Got an email here. It says, I used to listen to you and Dr. Wallach daily. Something a while back happened with the GCN Live app, and it doesn't work on Android. Anybody else having that problem? This is from Brian, who writes that he can't get through on our Android app. Let me know if that's a problem for you as well. Send an email to ben@ksco.com. You can also send questions to ben@ksco.com. I do get lots of emails, so I try to answer as many as I can. And it also helps if you put your phone number on the email, and then I can call you. It's a lot easier for me to talk to you than it is to type a response to some of your questions. Okay, we're going to talk to Dr. Eleazar Kadili about weight loss. Dr. Kadili has a take on why fat is not your fault. It's kind of interesting. And he also has a book called Stop Dying Fat. We'll talk to him here in the bottom of the hour, and then we'll take your phone calls here in just a sec. I got a couple more things. Well, you know what? I'm going to wait till tomorrow. We'll talk about the ketogenic diet, which is really the anti-aging diet that you want to know about. The ketogenic diet is the most powerful way to lose weight. It's the most powerful way to protect yourself from cancer. It's the most powerful way to reduce the signs of aging, especially skin signs, wrinkles and dark spots, etc., thinning skin. All of these can be the result of a poor diet. And the ketogenic diet, which is a protein-based and a fat-based diet, can have wonderful skin health benefits and anti-aging benefits in general. And speaking of skin, we're going to cover some skin stuff. Short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, have a very interesting relationship, actually, to the external part of the body. And we'll be talking about that, and then we'll talk a little bit about skin. That'll be in the next few days. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. Let's go to Don in Georgia, and welcome Don to the Bright Side. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm good, Ben. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How can we help you? Don in Georgia. Where in Georgia are you, Don?
Latonia, out east. Beautiful weather.
In the country?
Today.
In the country?
Yeah, somewhat. About 40 minutes outside the city.
You sure don't sound like a Georgian, though.
No, New York originally.
Is it a culture shock for you? Was it a culture shock?
It's all right. There's a lot of New Yorkers here. You wouldn't believe it.
Seriously? In the country part of Georgia, or in Atlanta, or the country?
Everywhere. They're all over Atlanta, Georgia, everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how can we help you? A Yankee in Georgia. I like that. That's good.
Yankee in Georgia. Go figure, right?
What's going on? How can we help you?
I was calling about, for one more time, for you to go over the oxides and the citrates, and I'm looking for some magnesium.
Oh, the different salt forms, the different forms of the minerals you're talking about?
I know I need some magnesium. I'm feeling a little...
all right. Yeah, that's a good question, actually.
There.
Okay, well, a couple things. First of all, the second word after a mineral, as Don pointed out astutely, the second word after the mineral is always going to be very relevant in terms of how well your body handles that mineral. So, for example, you never hear about magnesium, but you always hear about magnesium citrate or magnesium oxide or magnesium glycinate or magnesium chelate. There's always a second word after your mineral, and that second word is very, very relevant. For example, in the case of zinc, which is one of my favorite minerals, probably my favorite mineral, zinc deficiencies are very common, and zinc is very important for the skin. A lot of people go to Walgreens or the cheapo drugstore places, and they'll get something called zinc sulfate or zinc gluconate. Now, zinc sulfate and zinc gluconate are not only poorly handled by the body, but they also will cause a lot of digestive or GI distress, stomach distress especially. If you've ever taken zinc and you found that you were nauseous from it, it was probably zinc sulfate or zinc gluconate. And then what happens is people won't take zinc anymore because they think it's the zinc, and they won't realize it's the gluconate form of the zinc or the sulfate form of the zinc that's the problem. When it comes to magnesium, oxides are typically not as well handled, and carbonates are typically not as well handled by the body as glycinates or as chelates. You can get around all of these problems by using liquid minerals. Liquid minerals will bypass these absorption problems because they're liquid. They're in solution already, and they go right to work. And this is one of the neat advantages of the longevity products. This was one of Dr. Wallach's brilliant insights. He obviously had many, many brilliant insights, but one of his most was the recognition that colloidal minerals, the plant-derived minerals, are much more powerful, much more easy for the body to handle than pill minerals. That was one of his biggest insights. Thus was born the plant-derived minerals and the plant-derived mineral products. So you can get around the problems with the salt forms. This is what they technically call these second the specialized forms of minerals are called salt forms. So a salt form of magnesium is magnesium oxide or magnesium carbonate. It's another salt form. I always look for chelates. If I'm not going to do liquids first, but if I'm not going to do liquids, I'm always looking for chelates. And then also glycinates. I like the glycinate salts and also aspartate salts. Aspartate salts will get you a little brain power because aspartic acid's got some benefits for your brain. So I'm looking for aspartates and glycinates and chelates when I do minerals. In the case of zinc, picolinate is also a good form, and also chromium comes in a picolinate form. Best way to get around it, if it's confusing for you, you don't know which form to use, go with the liquid minerals. Go with the plant-derived minerals. That's always going to be your best bet. And if you want to go with a tablet mineral, every mineral is going to have a specific form that it is best utilized in. In the case of magnesium, if you don't want to do liquid magnesium, go glycinate, go chelate, or you can also use, what was the other form of magnesium? The colloidal magnesium is also good. Magnesium glycinate, magnesium chelate, magnesium aspartate, that's the third one. Glycinate, chelate, or aspartate, those are my favorite forms of magnesium. Does that help you out, Don?
Oh, it helps immensely. Thank you so much, Ben.
Good deal. God bless you, buddy. Have a beautiful day.
All right.
in Georgia. All right, let's go to Steve in Virginia. What's up, buddy? Got about 2 minutes here, Steve. What's going on?
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, just we had another relative who, he has lung cancer. He's taken a few steps to improve, but we were just wondering if you had any
yes, let's talk cancer.
That might help.
Yeah, cancer. I touched on this yesterday. Obviously, it's a very important subject, second leading cause of death in this country and the cause of much misery. I just lost a friend to cancer. He went in, he had a sinus infection. Couldn't get rid of his sinus infection. Went into the hospital, and they said, well, I think it's pneumonia. They did a little more examination. They found his whole body was filled with cancer. He died 10 days later. And he was swimming before he went to the hospital. He was swimming. So you never know with cancer, and it's obviously a horrible thing. Here's the deal. Cancer is just an extreme form of any degenerative disease. It's a major, major extreme form of it. It's so extreme that the cells of the body have switched into another way of operating, into a primitive way of operating. That's what a cancer cell is. It's a cell that has gone backwards in time, and it's now operating as if it were a bacteria. It's fermenting things. So what do you do with cancer? Well, first of all, you gotta strengthen the body, make the body strong. And the most important way to make the body strong is to not eat the crap or not put the crap in the system. Now, that's from a physical standpoint. From a spiritual or psychological standpoint, you don't want to put mental crap in your system or emotional crap in your system. Anger and depression and revenge and all of these emotional strategies that we employ in our day-to-day life, they represent junk food, or even worse, they represent poison food in an emotional sense. Then there's the thought poisons. Those have to be controlled. But basically, Steve, you want to strengthen the body, eliminate sugars and processed foods, use all of your Mighty 90 nutrients, especially protein, and fasting and the ketogenic diet, by the way, can be very helpful as well. Steve, call back tomorrow because we got a guest coming up here in the bottom of the hour. And so I got to let all the calls go. I apologize. Thank you, Steve. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. Coming back with Dr. Eliezer Kadili talking about why your fat is not your fault. Right after this, don't go away.
By now, you know that wireless technology like cell phones do in fact pose dangers to the health and privacy of everyone. Blockit Pocket's wide range of products are unmatched in providing the protection you deserve. No scare tactics, just common sense. BlockitPocket.com offers quality American-made options to alleviate and eliminate these invisible dangers. Learn more at BlockitPocket.com or call 888-315-9618. BlockitPocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
Are you hungry for delicious, nutritious, rich, and satisfying home-cooked meals? Discover the Vita Clay 4-in-1 Smart Organic Cooker. Unglazed Zisha Clay, an ancient secret that makes this fast multi-cooker so special. Infusing your food with incredible flavors, perfect texture, vitamins, and minerals for your good health. It's a slow cooker, rice cooker, a steamer, plus a yogurt maker. Go to VitaClayChef.com and enter promo code RADIO20 for 20% off at checkout. That's VitaClayChef.com.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows. Pause and rewind live TV. Even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MyTV. 1-855-905-MyTV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MyTV. 1-855-905-MyTV.
By now, you may have heard a bit about Bitcoins. But did you know Bitcoins are now over an $8.5 billion market? And did you know that over 65,000 businesses now accept Bitcoins? Listen, if you're already earning Bitcoins or trying to make money in the Bitcoin market, you've got to know bidbit.co. Why? Because bidbit.co is where you can easily receive Bitcoins by selling and auctioning off your own personal items or promote business products and services for Bitcoins. You heard right. Whether personal or business, you can now buy, sell, and auction your products and services quickly, easily, and securely for Bitcoin at bidbit.co, the first and only marketplace website to offer Bidbit Escrow, a proprietary technology which gives buyers and sellers security and peace of mind because all transactions are protected. Start today. It's free to join, free to post, free to auction, and free to bid at bidbit.co. Buy, sell, bid, or auction everything Bitcoin. That's www.bidbit.co, bidbit.co.
The Genesis Communications Network is one of America's premier broadcasters of captivating talk radio. We thank you for listening. Now, just imagine there are thousands of people who are just as passionate about radio as you are. But what you may not realize is how easy and affordable it is to advertise with us. Radio commercials for your business could be heard on hundreds of radio stations across the U.S. every day. We can help you by creating an effective radio advertising campaign for your company. From script writing to producing your commercial, just like the one you're listening to right now. No other network provides the level of customer service we do. When it comes to radio advertising, we are your one-stop shop. And no matter how big or small your business is, we can help. Email us at advertise@gcnlive.com, and an experienced advertising executive will help you take the first step towards driving more customers to your business or website. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective.
What good is a Big Berkey water filter?
We get that question a lot here at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And in a word, the answer is protection. Protection from water main breaks, E. coli contamination, environmental chemical spills, pesticide runoff, chlorine taste and smell, and all forms of fluoride. Plus, Big Berkey water filters are the original gravity water filter system and most trusted on the market for a reason. Tested by multiple independent NSF EPA certified labs, they are the gold standard in water purification. At only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. That means big savings. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get a Big Berkey today at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit our website or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
We are the premier independent talk radio network, the Genesis Communications Network, GCN.
Okay, welcome back to the bright side, friends. Thanks for joining us. I didn't mean to to rush through that last call, Steve's call about cancer. It's such a serious subject. And I feel bad about that. I'll cover a little bit more about cancer tomorrow. Obviously, it's a very important subject. The bottom line of cancer is you got to calm the body down. Calm the body down. That's why fasting is so important. Fasting is a great strategy for a lot of things. In fact, we're going to talk to our next guest about food, about eating behaviors. He's got a very interesting take on obesity issues, and he's a medical doctor, and he's got a very interesting medical take on what he calls the disease of obesity. His book is Stop Dying Fat. Dr. Kadili, Dr. Eleazar, I think he says it, Eleazar Kadili is director of the Center for Integrative Medicine and also the author of a book called Stop Dying Fat, and he's going to tell us why being fat is not our fault. I'm not sure if I like the way that sounds, because we're all about personal responsibility here on the bright side, but we'll let Dr. Kadili tell us about that. Welcome to the program, Dr. Kadili.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thanks for coming on.
Brightside Ben.
That's me, Brightside Ben. You can call me Ben or Pharmacist Ben or whatever. It's Cadilli, right? Did I say that right,
Yes.
Dr. Cadilli? Okay, good deal. So Stop Dying Fat's the title of your book, and your take on fat is that it's not our fault. Tell me why being fat is not our fault.
Obesity, as many people believe, is as simple as you are lazy to exercise and you eat too much.
Okay.
Well, in my years of experience, I handle these obese people, hard to lose weight with medical complication each and every day for over 35 years.
Okay.
And
So
I have learned through experience and research that eating too much and lazy to exercise is not the cause. It's the consequence of obesity.
Now, hang on. Let me sit with that for a second. You're saying eating too much is not the cause of obesity; it's a consequence of obesity. So, in other words, we're obese. Is that you're talking about metabolism there, chemistry? Is that what we're talking?
Yes, we are talking about the complexity of obesity, which have accumulated over the years. These include the kind of food that our farmers produce, our people that store this food for the right price, and how we farm our animals.
Okay,
they are
so we got
prematurely harvested. They are given all kinds of chemicals
okay
that are quite toxic to speed up the growth.
hormones and such. Estrogen you're talking about, and insulin and that kind of thing, growth hormones, somatostatin, etc.
Yeah, we are talking, first of all, the effect of glyphosate. That is
glyphosate.
Yes, that is the herbicide.
Roundup.
Yeah, I don't want to mention name. I don't want to be in trouble with Monsanto.
Okay, we don't want Monsanto mad at us either. So, okay, we'll say glyphosate. Okay.
For all you know, they might be sponsoring your program.
Yeah, okay, that's right. We don't want any problems with Monsanto. But glyphosate, yes, we've talked about that in the past. Are you saying that the herbicide and the pesticides have an effect on obesity through fat storage? The body stores fat, stores the toxins in fat. Is that what you're alluding to?
Exactly. And these are nerve poison on low dose.
So the poison, our obesity is a consequence. It's a protective mechanism in a sense. The body's protecting itself by storing it in fat. Is that correct? Is that what you're saying?
That's correct. You have the right explanation. It is one of the defense mechanisms for survival.
So how about weight loss? Is that a problem? If people lose a lot of weight, will they release glyphosate and toxins into their blood as they're losing weight?
Well, if you do not know, if you don't do it right, it will add toxin to the liver. And these obese people have already a fatty liver to begin with. So you need to prepare the liver before we tell them to lose weight. For example, in my program, once the body is corrected and balanced, we expect them to lose half a pound to a pound every day without exercise.
And you're protecting the liver, and you're protecting the blood, and you're keeping toxins from pouring into the system by going slowly. Is that correct?
Yes. For example, we usually screen them for a number of blood tests and chemistry. The number one that we want to do is how good their metabolism is. We will measure their hormone level like insulin, because insulin is the hormone that can make every animal fat. And we also test them for micronutrient deficiency, especially vitamin D, as well as essential fatty acids.
So what's the link between vitamin D and weight, or vitamin D deficiency and weight?
Yes, because there is a hormone produced in the fat cells called leptin.
Leptin, L-E-P-T-I-N, leptin you're talking about?
Correct.
Okay.
And leptin is the hormone that will tell the hunger center in the brain that the fat cell is already full. So if you are so deficient of vitamin D, this leptin cannot do the function telling the hunger center Ben is already full. Do not make Ben hungry, not until 4 or 5 hours later. So a lot of these people, unknowingly, they are eating almost every hour.
They're resistant to
once
leptin?
the D is corrected, that problem is gone.
So in other words, they're not responsive to leptin is what you're saying?
Correct.
And vitamin D is involved in sensitizing the body, making the body more sensitive to leptin?
Correct.
Oh, so the sun, basically. So sunshine can help you lose weight. Is that correct?
That's right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But we got to stay out of the sun. The sun's the enemy, no?
Not at all.
No. Oh, that's what all the dermatologists. You mean the dermatologists are wrong? I can't believe that.
They are wrong.
Are you
They
serious?
Are making
oh
money.
my God. They're making money? Oh my God. The dermatologists don't know what they're talking about? Oh my God. I can't believe that. Oh, that's shocking to me. Shocking.
Now, Ben.
Yes.
Think about it. Think about it. Every life needs sunshine.
Yeah.
Why would that be a problem?
But what about wrinkles? What about skin cancer? My dermatologist says I got to put on lots of sunblock, or sunscreen. Says I got to smear on it like the amount of a shaving cream. I got to smear it on all over my body. That's what the dermatologist tells me. No, is that not correct?
That is a myth.
Oh.
To think about it.
We can't trust anybody these days. We can't even trust our doctors. Oh my God! What is this world coming to? Hang on, Doc. We're going to take. I'm teasing you, Doc. Hang on. We're going to take a break and then we'll continue when we come back. Thank you, Doctor. We're talking to Dr. Eliezer Kadili about weight loss and doctors being wrong. I cannot hardly believe that I heard Dr. Kadili say that. We're coming back right after this on The Bright Side. Don't go away.
Ted Anderson telling you about Jordan Rubin's Beyond Organic Green-Fed Raw Cheddar Artesian Cheese featuring whole milk created through ancient dairy breeding, unpasteurized, untreated whole milk on the same farm the cows graze, containing natural sources of omega-3s, CLA protein, calcium, probiotics, and enzymes. I have never tasted cheese this good, and you need to try it. Contact your longevity distributor or call 877-878-4203 or go to gcnteam.com. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
You pick up the receiver with your heart racing and sweat dripping from your forehead. You finally muster the courage to dial the number to call into your favorite talk radio show. It rings once, twice, and then...
Hello, it's GCN. What's your name and the state you're calling from?
Surprised you got through, you squeak out.
Jason from Minnesota.
Please hold.
As you patiently wait for your turn, you begin to daydream about being a famous talk radio host and what it would be like to have your own show.
Jason from Minnesota, you're up.
Millions of loyal listeners worldwide waiting to call and talk to you.
Caller, are you there?
Cheering crowds surround you, calling out your name.
Jason! Going once, twice. Okay, we gotta move on to the next caller.
You blew it.
Huh? Wait, no!
Interact with the host you're listening to right now, online at gcnlive.com. Click on the community link. Engage with other listeners. Ask questions. Start debates. Don't agree with the host? Let them know. Be a part of the community at gcnlive.com. We are America's largest independently owned communications network, GCN.
Okay, we are back on the bright side talking to Dr. Eliezer Kadili about why our fat is not our fault. Dr. Kadili, so before we went to our break, you were telling us about leptin and vitamin D in the sun, and I was teasing you a little bit, but obviously we talk about this all the time on this program, how important the sun is for lots of things, but also, as you point out, vitamin D is related to leptin, and that's related to eating behavior or eating too much. Not eating or eating too much. Leptin is an appetite suppressant hormone, correct, Doc?
Correct.
Okay,
now,
so
Ben,
yes.
Before we went into a break, let me just clarify what I said about sunscreen. Now, most malignant melanoma develop on the part of our body that the sun don't see.
Interesting. Inside the body. You can get
like in the rectum, like that, or in the buttocks, or behind the leg. Those are the part of our body that the sun seldom see.
Right. You can get it inside your body too. You can get melanoma.
Yeah. Right. That's why now we wrinkle because European people, they are not supposed to look tan. You are not built that way. So too much sun exposure is not good either. It has to be in moderation.
But the sun is not a demon in the sky that's just hell-bent on destroying us.
Without the sun, nobody grows.
Right. I know. I totally know what you're saying. We talk about that all the time. I want to get back to this idea about food, though, because that's very important. When you say our fat is not our fault, we're really stuck in a situation where we have to eat a fat-inducing foods. We're stuck. We don't have an option, correct? Even if we're eating vegetables.
Well, no. If you want to lose fat, you have to eat fatty food.
Oh, interesting. Tell us why that is. So to lose fat, you have to eat fat.
Yes.
That's
because
very interesting.
The body is designed that way.
Does
you
the
are a pharmacist,
Yes.
and the hormone glucagon
Okay.
will suppress the insulin response.
And glucagon is stimulated by fat.
Correct. So you can
Interesting.
lose weight that way.
Very interesting. Good fat. What kind of fats do you recommend?
Beef, fatty oily fish, pork, and we now learn that calorie is not that important as far as losing the weight.
You've been listening to my program, it sounds like. It sounds like you've been listening to The Bright Side. These are all the things we talk about every day.
Right.
What do vegetarians do?
Oh, vegetarian is really misinformed. There is no such thing as essential carbohydrate. So fruit and vegetables is not essential for life.
How about phytonutrients? How about carotenoids and flavonoids? Are there any phytonutrients that are essential?
Well, no, they are not essential. There is
Interesting.
essential amino acid. There is essential fatty acid. Never in the history of medicine that they have discovered essential carbohydrate.
Now, how about the phytonutrients, not the carbohydrate fraction, but the small nutrients?
The nutrient is good for antioxidant. But if you want to lose weight, that is not necessary.
Interesting. How about filling up with fiber, with vegetables, filling up with fiber and
now,
vegetables?
fiber is good as long as you eat a carbohydrate for fiber. Yes, that is good for weight loss. And the general principle is any plant that grows above ground is good. They are low glycemic. They do not have an immediate release of glucose.
Like potatoes, for example.
Anything that grows below ground is not good. It's sweet. It's full of sugar, and they are refined.
How about turnips?
That's not good either. If
Sugar?
you want to lose weight.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Now, how about tell me just a little bit about food allergies. What's the relationship between food allergies and weight gain?
Well, if you are bitten by a bee, you have an allergic response. You swell up, and you retain water as a protective mechanism to water down the inflammation. Now, if you have food allergy is not just limited to itchy eyes, itchy nose. It can be in a form of migraine headache, weight gain, and if you eat the food that you're allergic to, you have a general inflammatory response.
Can you tell the difference?
Water is mobilized.
Can you tell the difference by looking or by feeling whether your weight gain is an allergic response, a water response, or whether it's fat, body fat?
Oh, yes. If you gain 2 pounds overnight, that's an allergic response.
Got it.
You do not build fat that fast.
Okay.
That is water weight.
Okay. How much of your weight loss, now you say you lose half a pound using the Cadilli program, you lose half a pound a day. How much of that is fat and how much of that is water? Or is there any way to tell?
Well, normally the body is 70% water and the rest is fat. So the same thing, you lose 70% of that is water and 15% of that is fat.
Okay, so
because
for
the rest is dry weight, like composed by bone and skin, like that.
So if you lose half a pound a day, you're saying 70% of that would be water and the rest would be fat? Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
got it. What about post-eating inflammation, the standard inflammatory response that occurs after eating anything? How does that relate?
That is also, if you eat an inflammatory food, for example, chicken is now regarded as the highest rating for inflammation.
Interesting. And it doesn't matter how it's prepared? Any chicken you're talking about?
No, it's the chicken meat. Especially worse now because chicken eats grain and the chicken is raised in a close community. There again, they are loaded with glyphosate because of the grains they're eating.
Wow. So organic, of course. Now, organic would make a difference then, you're saying? Hormone-free?
Free-range organic chicken would be ideal.
All right. So even vegetables, based on this glyphosate connection, even if you're a vegetarian or eating salads all day, those can be weight gain foods, correct?
Yeah, it's very toxic.
Wow.
Now keep in mind again that those things would raise insulin response.
Even non-sweet veggies?
Yes, because eventually when they are digested and assimilated, they will all end up glucose.
Uh-huh. No matter what, even if it's not a sweet veggie, even something like pepper or cucumber.
Correct.
Interesting. How about prescription drugs? Where do they fit in?
Oh, my gosh, you asked the right question.
All right.
90% of prescription drug slows down weight loss.
Wow.
Yeah, because they are foreign to the body.
So they're toxins, so the body has to protect itself. Same idea as with the... Interesting. Do you use prescription drugs in your practice?
I have not used prescription drug for the last 35 years.
That's wonderful.
Chronic illness are all related to eating the wrong food.
That's great. How about digestive problems? How about breakdowns in the intestine, leaky gut syndrome and such, dysbiosis and
We
that kind of
address that. In fact, the first part that we do is we do what we call digestive health support, because most of the treatment regimen we use are natural product. Natural product will not work unless they are digested well. We use digestive enzyme. If they have gluten intolerance, we have a special digestive enzyme for that.
What do you have for gluten? What do you have for gluten intolerance? What do you use for that?
We use the product called Mega Polyzyme.
Mega Polyzyme?
Right. Has been, of all the products that I tried for years, this is the best.
So you're saying people could eat gluten if they take the Mega Polyzyme? It'll break down?
No. They have to avoid gluten-containing food for 6 months. Then they need to take Mega Polyzyme in the event, because, we like to eat out. So we do not want to restrict their lifestyle.
Hey, Doc, we're out of time, but this is a fascinating conversation. Can we get you back? I only got about 30 seconds here. Can we get you back?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to call.
To be on your show. You are a good host.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to talk to Rich today or tomorrow. We'll get you on again. Thank you so much, Dr. Cadilli. I wish we had more time. Book is Stop Dying Fat, Doctors Healing the Disease of Obesity, Dr. Eleazar M. Cadilli. Thank you so much, Doc. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for listening, friends. We'll be back at you tomorrow. We'll continue talking about the ketogenic diet. Have yourselves a spectacular, wonderful, awesome day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit, then carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Attention listeners, SurvivalLife.com is giving away free EverStrike permanent matches for a limited time only. These matches are waterproof and will light in any weather condition, rain, snow, or sleet. It will still throw a spark. Its built-in ferro rod strikes at 3,000 degrees, and it is good for 15,000 strike. Normally, $15. Today, it's free. Get yours at freewaterproofmatch.com. Again, that's freewaterproofmatch.com. Hurry, supplies are limited. Visit freewaterproofmatch.com today.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates, 1-800-425-4610.